Hello and welcome to today's video where we are going to talk about passive income. Now, whenever we're talking about income, we're talking about generating wealth. We're talking about making money, which everyone needs and everyone sort of wants to do. Now, the first thing you got to think about when it comes to your generating your income is you have to think about your age. All right. So when you're at this stage, you're basically a teenager. And in this case, like there is very little option that you can do from these. Okay, I'm assuming that most of the teenagers that I'm talking to right now aren't YouTubers, influencers, TikTokers, or really famous, because that's just less than 1% of the population. Most of us are sitting for our GCSE exams. We're really broke and we're struggling to pay for our day-to-day kind of things, like we want to go out and eat, want to buy some cool clothes or some new shoes. So at this age range, okay, you can look through the options. So, building your own portfolio, like the word portfolio does not exist at this age. Dividend stocks, writing a book. I've seen like a lot of some people write fan fictions or things on Wattpad, but those are not legitimate places to make income. So as you can see that most of the options over here are not there for your age group, but I believe that at this age, what your main source of income is tutoring. So you have to be good at something, okay? Either it's you providing guitar lessons, or it could be other things like, just teaching math, English to one of your juniors, all right? This is your main form of income. And you'd be surprised by how much people are willing to pay you. I've seen people that, who can get like 2 or 3 tuitions, and that's more allowance that they would need in an entire month, all right? So I'm just going to speak in terms of say, the average income in say Bangladesh, all right? So say for example in Bangladesh, I think the average person, now please don't flame me for this or please don't criticize me, but I've heard that the average English medium student uses around 500 taka per day. Now tutoring, if you're teaching around 2 to 3 people, right? So you're going to earn at least around 10 to 12,000 per month. And that will be what you can roughly get over here. Now, once you are between the age group of 22 to 30, this is when I expect you to have graduated, right? So you've got a degree now and you're going to enter into the job force. Now, when you're entering a job force, you start off with a salary which is usually really low, all right? And because your bosses, they kind of rip you off. They tell you that, okay, you're not experienced or you're not good enough or something like that. But they're actually kind of scamming you, to be honest, because you're going to do the same work as your senior management, but they're going to pay you less. And you can't do anything about it because if you say no, they're going to just bring someone else. So at this stage, you get a small salary, and your salary, right? You're going to spend around 90% of your salary, and you're going to be able to save around 10% of it per month. Now, with this 10%, I would look into investing tech stuff like getting a better laptop, all right? Or getting a better chair because you want to look after your health, like back pain and all that kind of stuff. Or you're going to invest in, say, like a device, okay? Any kind of tech device like a cell phone or a laptop or a chair or something that you use a lot during the day and you want to make your life more efficient, then you invest in that. That's what I believe is the key investment. So you should see that buying a laptop or anything that you buy, right? It's more of an investment into growing your income in the future rather than it being sort of like you're spending it out of hobby, right? So I would avoid buying expensive clothes. Clothing is not that important. Of course, you need 1 or 2 pieces, right? For say parties or birthday parties or hangouts or job interviews. You gotta get those ready, okay? Because presentation is really key. Now, once you're in the age group of 30 to 45, this is when I believe that your salary is going to be increased, all right? So this is when you're mid management. Now, this is where you start coming into this passive income ideas, all right? So when you've got stability in your life and a good level of income, right? This is when you can look at option 2, option 3, option 7, all right? Or you've got like option 14 and 13, option 12 is available. You've got all these options available, and we can just discuss them in turn. Now, first of all, you should notice that I'm talking about passive income, but some of these options are not exactly passive, okay? Because some of them are actually more active because you make decisions about what you're going to do. So the word passive is kind of deceiving because at the end of the day, right, you have to be involved in some of the decisions. For example, if you're renting your car out, right, who is the driver? What is the agency? Where are you allowing them to go? All right. Are you allowing them to travel between cities? Are you allowing them? Is your driver good? Is he going to like create an accident? These are all active decisions. So at the end of the day, you might call it passive, but it's still active. All right. Now, when it comes to this age, this 30 to 45 age group, this is when you have to make sure that you make minimum mistakes, because whatever mistakes you made during this age, you cannot repeat it here because it's going to completely destroy your future. So you have to be very careful here. And when I say this, I mean it very seriously. So remember, there's the basic concept of finance is risk versus reward. All right. Anyone who knows this knows that you can gamble, okay, in a game, and you can double your money, or you can completely end with nothing. Gambling is one of the worst ways to make money. It is one of the worst ways. You cannot beat the system. And anyone or any individual who shows you that they've made money through gambling are either sponsored or they've made it like it's just 1 out of 1 billion and then they go bankrupt the next week. They don't show it, but you can look it up. You'll see that like maximum lottery winners end up alone and dying because they don't understand, because you don't understand how to make your wealth. Once you get the wealth, you don't know what to do with it as well, and then you end up being broke and you go back to square one. All right. So at this age group, what you can do is you can take a portion of your salary, right? And you got to understand that the riskier investment, the reward is high, but there is a downside as well. Now, dividend stocks, okay? Dividend stocks are basically companies that provide you an annual dividend, which is around 10% of your investment value year on year. Okay, so this is similar to like putting your money in a bank, okay? Or you can put it in stocks that give same level of, dividends or compensation every year, okay? Now, a stock is riskier, right? So if a bank offers you 10% on your deposits, a stock is going to offer you more. But the risk with the stock is that the stock's value may go crashing down, all right? So this is a suitable investment at this age because at this time frame, right, if you invest into a company like, say, Apple or Amazon or Google and it's experiencing a decline, right, you have that time for it to recover. You don't have to sell it tomorrow. You're still earning money and you can wait for it to reverse, okay? So you're not in the hole yet. Now, when it comes to other ones, let's just quickly say building your own portfolio is like building a different kind of like investment stocks. This is also stock related. These are all like creating a product or service so that you can sell it off. This is like investing in real estate. Remember, real estate is really expensive, okay? So if you can own your own home and if you can buy more properties and give them on rent, you're expecting around 2% on return income per year. So if you're investing around 100K, okay, you're going to get around 2K return on it, okay? That's how it works. That's how real estate works, okay? So you're going to make around 2%. Now, the other thing with real estate is the value of the property also goes up. So this is an unrealized gain that happens during the year. But you're not going to sell your house every year, right? So the tangible income that you get is 2K, and the unrealized income that you get, 20K, is going to remain behind. All right. So this is not something you can touch. I've seen this, like, particularly with my parents as well. Like, they went all in on the real estate market and they've made some really good investments there, right? It's one of the best investments. But I've seen that they haven't gotten like that, consistent income that they wanted to get. Like every month, if you get like around, say, 20%, 30% of your income through like these rentals or those kind of things, it's fine. But if you buy land, right, the land is not going to give you money at the end of the month. It's just going to increase in value. All right. The same thing is for cars. Now, cars, they might give you a higher percentage return, obviously, but the car has like, more susceptibility to damage, and that's why lower returns. So what you've got over here is multiple options. Now, after you come to the age of 55, this is when your retirement age, this is when you want to settle down. Most of your investments are going to go to low risk, okay? Low risk, low return investments. And usually these are like bonds, okay, deposits, and you've got stuff like annuity, all right? Annuity is basically when you get a fixed level of income every month, right? Now, I'm assuming that most people are around the age of 22 to 30. At this age, I suggest you guys to look to build your own channel. Make sure you graduate well, because education is really important in case it doesn't work out for your life, like you're a YouTuber. Not everyone can become a YouTuber. It takes significant amount of investment, time, and effort. And still, there is something called luck, because you never know how people appreciate content or how people consume content, right? So with these in mind, right, I hope you have enough like ideas about how to like build your portfolio and your investment. And please stay tuned for future videos on any kind of financial advice. Don't worry. At the end of the day, I'll always want to tell you that, there's always a way out. So if you work hard, you're always going to make money. So regardless of age, regardless of your personal circumstance, there's always a way. There's always a way. Just stay positive. Thank you. Bye.